Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien and Bubba sitting in for Paul Harvey today. Stand by for commentary. Well, Americans, here it is, Tuesday, August 6th, 2019. And your discourse has gotten to a certain point where it's getting out of control with violence. You've had violence before on your discourse, but it's never been open like this. And part of the problem with this discourse is it's of your own making. And you don't seem to realize that for some reason. When Mr. Paul Harvey was alive, he tried to tell you, like I said, through his From Freedom to Chains commentary, and If I Were a Devil commentary, and The Letter from God. Did you ever listen to that and understood what he said? Really? You wouldn't have discourse if you did. And the problem with your discourse, and Mr. Paul Harvey, wherever you are, you would agree with me here, is that your foundation has eroded. You never had a foundation to start with. You don't have a generation foundation. Your founding fathers tried to put theirs as the example, but the succeeding generations of Madison, James K. Polk, and the generations that got up to 1876, they just destroyed that. So after 1876, there was no foundation left. Your family foundation. Leave it to Beaver. That never existed in America, did it? I don't think. But it doesn't exist now. Heck, you don't even have different strokes anymore here. So, if I was an African American, I would be saying, "What you talking about, Willis?" Because that's the way it is. The African family unit is a disaster. The Latin family unit has always been a disaster. They use their kids as commodities. How to get into the United States? Well, use your kids. How to get money? Use the kids. And I'm Latin. I know how that works. Trust me. The Europeans, they're the same way. I mean, the most racist guys I've ever known. No, not the Americans. The Americans weren't racist to the extent of the French or to the extent of the Belgians. Ask the people in Belgium, Congo, or any Belgium-ruled region in the world. Go to Angola. Ask them about that. Mozambique. And they'll tell you how the Belgians were. They were bad. The Dutch weren't exactly good either. But I digress. The American discourse. It's gotten to the point where it's bigger than the Grand Canyon. And there's nothing in this world that's going to fill it. You can't build a bridge over it no more, because you don't have any sturdy parts to put your bridge foundation so that you can have a bridge to go from one point to the other. The blacks don't want to extend a hand. The whites don't. And then you got the other enclaves. Remember, you promised people, come to America and live your lives as you see fit. Well, the Amish took you up on it. The Mennonites took you up on it. And boy, did the Mennonites have a bad mafia, didn't they? Woo, woo. And so did the Amish, except that you don't know about it. The Amish are very racist. They're more racist than the Mennonites. You ever been to an Amish? Oh, we hate the English. Well, you hate anything that's to do with modern and it's not your way of doing things. You can't look at it. Your way of doing things will not exist. You try to keep at least 15% of it going on. But you don't understand that. None of you Americans do, whether you're white, yellow, red, whatever it is. My question as a resident alien here is, how in the hell are you guys going to resolve this Grand Canyon? I don't see any way out. except for the same way that you're trying to resolve the Middle East. State solution. So you're going to have a confederation of the South. And what you're going to do with the African Americans, because, you know, the Southerners, even today, they hate Yankees. Whether they admit it or not, they do. The Northerners, say people who live in Montana, Idaho, North and South Dakota, for the most part there, you're going to be white supremacists always? You can't live your lives like that. Sooner or later, you're going to be disintegrating. And the enclaves. How long can you sustain Albanian enclaves? Chinatown. If you had all the murders that happens in black cities like Atlanta, Detroit, Chicago, Philadelphia, Baltimore, and so on, and then add on the Chinese Chinatowns like New York, San Francisco, LA, Atlanta, and the Albanian and all the other enclaves all over the states, you're going to have more mass shootings per capita than what the news are reporting. And they dwarf the shootings that El Paso and Dayton. You add them up, even for the last month, add up all the murders and shootings that you've had in those areas, and they'll dwarf the shootings at El Paso and Dayton, Ohio. So this is your favorite alien, and Bubba, sitting in for Paul Harvey today, saying, Americans, you developed the Grand Canyon here. And other than disintegration, I don't see no other answer. Because the United States physically has ended. Prove me wrong, but I doubt you can, because you don't have the guts to do it. Good day.